Hey guys, welcome to another recap of Big Brother 14. We find out from Julie that Dan is all over the place in print. He's an international superstar, a genius, a wizard. And Brittany and Danielle are on the block. One of them is going home tonight. So Ian suspects, he's got a little inkling that Frank knows what's going on. What gave it away? Putting Brittany up on the block? Alright, so Ian confronts Frank, and it wasn't pretty. Oh Lord. There was a shouting match, and it was just like, it ended pretty quickly, because this was the first confrontation up in the HOH room, and Frank was just like, don't raise your voice in here, get out. Alright, so Brittany confronts Dan. She knows she's done for, and she kind of warns him, look, if I go home, which I probably am, I'm going to be on the jury, and I'm going to be deciding whether you win or not, so you better be nice to me. Which is true. You know, you'd think that Dan would be trying to do some damage control now, but he's just, I guess he figures by avoiding everybody. It seemed like he avoided everybody for the rest of the week until the vote tonight, as much as possible, because he just didn't want to have to deal with it. Alright, so Shane doesn't know what to do. He's either got to vote for his coach or his best friend in the house. It's very confusing when you're Shane. So Brittany goes up to the HOH to talk to Frank and Jen, and she starts campaigning through the tears already. She's a player. She's crying. She's like, Frank, you're so good at this game, and Frank's like, no, you're so good. It was just a real ass-kissing fest. So Ian and Frank, they get into it again. Ian, you've got no business calling Frank out for figuring out your little double, alliance. You know, for real. And then he tried, this is what he pulled out of the bag then to answer that. I cried all day about Boogie. Oh my God, I could just picture it. Alright, so he then ends with, Ian ends with, if anybody takes Frank to the end, they're an idiot. And then he repeatedly flips him the bird, which you just forget how young Ian is sometimes. He's just a baby. He takes it very personally, which is probably why he cried all day for Boogie, so sorry, Ian. So Julie announces that there's going to be a tweet poll for a punishment or a reward for the first person who falls off or is eliminated during the HOH competition tonight. So we'll reveal it later on what it was, a punishment or a reward. At the end of the show, they didn't say what the actual thing was, but I'm sure Maddie will have it tomorrow in the spoilers. So Brittany is pissed at Dan. Oh, this is me crying. It's Dan's funeral. Dab, 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 dab. Poor Dan. I was passing out tissues. I am the biggest idiot. But guys, I gotta give him some credit. Hey guys, let's be a team. Death or dishonor? Death for you. Here's an apple pie made of arsenic. I wanted you on my team the first time I saw you, Danielle. You're dead to me. Sweet dreams, Brittany. Sweet dreams, Dan. Tomorrow your game is over. Alright, Shane and Joe, they just don't know what to do. Shane, like I said before, doesn't know if he should vote for his coach or his best friend to stay. And Joe made a vow, a weird vow to Shane that he would throw himself under a bus for Shane. So however Shane votes is how Joe's going to vote, which is pretty dumb because Shane doesn't know what he's doing. Alright, so Julie checks in with the house and asks, what's it like, in there? What's going on? And Ian's like, it is a pressure cooker in here. It was pretty tense, but it's more tense than it was a few weeks ago, but it's calmed down a little bit. Jen made a big move. Dan survived his own funeral. Shane cried like a baby at Dan's funeral too. He's sensitive. Come on, guys. He wears pink shirts. So this is the best part of the episode, the brigade reunion. Enzo, Lane, Hayden, Maddie Meow Meow. Oh my God, it was great. The best part was when they showed the picture. There's a fly in here. Got it. You've been evicted. All right, the best part was when Maddie Meow Meow dressed up as Brittany's Broke to Broke pageant picture for Halloween. Oh my God, I was rolling around on the floor. That was the best ever. You know, if Julie ever decides to retire or leave for some reason or cannot continue, they should contract with Enzo to take Julie's place, because I'm in awe of that guy. He comes up with the most amazing inventive things. Dan is a werewolf in sheep's clothing, you know, and then they ended up roasting everybody in the Quack Pack, and it was just genius. And Danielle the stalker, and oh, it was just great. I can't even remember all the things now, but that was genius. It was gold. It was television gold, handed to you from Enzo. All right, so now it's time for Frank in the HOH room, and he's still in that damn carrot costume, and it's killing me. I can't take him seriously at all. So he may or may not trust Dan. But the thing that he does know is that once Brittany goes tonight, Ian's all alone in the game pretty much, so. Alright, but he'll still make a deal with him. Pleadings time. Danielle is all like, I loved it. I want to stay. Brittany, I love you. And Brittany's like, hi to my and Brittany is like squints all the time. It kills me. Hi to my husband and my fans and my family. Yeah. She's not hosting her own funeral, but she pulled out the old Jerry line to Dan of "You'll always be Judas to me." Ouch. Alright, so it's time for the vote, and Brittany is sent home, or to the jury, by a vote of 4-1. So Julie asks about the Judas line, and yeah, Dan is pure genius and pure evil. But you know what, Brittany? You got caught with your pants down. You were playing everybody in the house. You were the most dangerous player in the house, absolutely, hands down. Because you had everybody in your pocket. Everybody liked you, you were likable. It's the second time you've been blindsided. You played the game the same way. You're gonna get the same result. It's insanity. If you keep doing the same thing over and over and you expect it to change, it's not going to. So it's time for the goodbyes, and yes, Shane wears women's clothing. That's why Brittany liked him. And Ian, her boy, vowed revenge for Mama. Alright, so the HOH competition, the Twitterverse has determined that the first one off will be getting a punishment. But they didn't say what it was yet. The name of the competition was Soak Up the Sun. And basically it's an endurance. There's this giant sun rug thing, mound in the middle of the yard, and the carousel that goes around it, hanging from the sky. So there's these little disc swings that you have to stand on as they spray tan you with yellow juice from the sun. It was really kind of gross. And then that spun around for a while, and then this giant, they said it was a comet. It sure didn't look like one. It looked like a giant deformed wiener that came out and smacked everyone as they went by. So, as predicted, Joe was the first one off. They didn't reveal what his punishment was, but Jen was off second because she couldn't handle the crash into the giant wiener. And Julie sent out another wiener to smack everyone down. She didn't tell the people in the HOH comp, but she told all of us that next week is another double eviction. Really? Awesome. I can't wait. It's it took all summer, but you know what? The game finally got exciting, and now it's gonna be over before we know it. Who knew? All right, kids. If you want to find out all the deets from the HOH competition, make sure you check Maddie's spoiler from today. She will be posting it in the info box. And make sure you check out all the shenanigans tomorrow on the new spoiler after one whole day of with the new HOH. So until next time, much love.